Welcome to Rangers Radio on the Matchday show, the world's one and only unique live phone-in show for Rangers supporters all over the world. Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972. It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Yes, welcome back, Rangers fans. Welcome to the show. 3-2, soak it up, drink it up, enjoy it. Fucking brilliant. Sorry, that's PC. Bit too early for that. But loved it, absolutely loved the game. Welcome back, boys. Welcome back to AK and All Bear and Big Fox and Old School Blue in the background. Soak this up today, boys. What a win. Come on. That's character, AK showed character today. Brilliant.
That's what we asked for, GB. That's what we asked for before the game. Good afternoon to yourself, All Bear, the techie team, and every Rangers supporter round about the world. Yes. That's the team we want to see.
All Bear, Fox, mate, what a game.
That was all right, wasn't
it? don't you, with that intro of me, don't you play this down, boy. Get it ripped right out.
I had to get a balance there, man. You're off your nut, man. You up in the roof or something?
Oh, it was the driver, mate.
Absolutely superb. Big Buckman told you. He needed one of his games, and he did, mate. Pulled off some good saves, really good saves. Team performance, brilliant. Dug in. Second half, bit tired, but you're allowed to be tired after the week we've had. Superb, mate. Absolutely, utterly superb. And what a winner. What a winner that was. Beauty. But Rangers turned up. That's welcome back, Rangers. That's the Rangers team you see. What a young boys that's been watching crap for you. That's a proper Rangers team you've seen today.
I agree. By the way, phone lines are on 0141 356 1972. Give us a call. Come on, Bears. We've had it, what it says, murder for the last few weeks there and months. Let's get phone calls in. Let's get the good feeling about the show today. What it says, soak it up, because what a day to, what it says, show some character at that place. And what it says, they just never let up. Yep, I agree with you, All Bear. Second half was kind of a wee bit squeaky bum time, but what it says, that first half, AK totally dominated it.
Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Could have been 3. Czerny as well with the misplaced pass off of Schmeichel. But listen, we were so dominant. But I think we knew it was coming because of the exertions on Thursday. A lot of players looked leggy, a lot of players looked tired, and then we turned to our bench. Obviously, the momentum and all that. But fantastic first half performance. Celtic were always got to come into the game. But what a goal, what a winner for Igamani. Absolutely fantastic. Rocket into the top corner and the Bears were bouncing again.
Oh, well, the pre-match, we talked about the timing of goals. I mean, again, Rangers, good timing of goals. Young Raskin with that header. And then big deal, let's say, in the middle of the first half, just let's say, gain us that 2-0 cushion. And don't get me wrong, near the end of the first half, I was a wee bit kind of worried as well that they might have got back in it. But again, like you say, Butland stood up today, showed that kind of performance. And maybe it's been about Big Alan McGregor in there, giving him some tips or whatever, I don't know. But I tell you something, if this continues, then let's say we have got a proper keeper in our box again.
That's that, mate. This is the keeper I thought we were signing. I think everybody thought we were signing this keeper. What he done today, what he's doing in the last 2 matches, that's what we wanted. But it makes some difference when you start getting a wee bit of confidence in the guy in between the posts. And he had a good game, let's be honest. As did most of them. They all had a good lunch. Let's no nitpick. They all had a good game. It was a team performance, some good goals. Czerny, if we'd walked in at 3-0 at half time, it wouldn't have flattered us, mate, because Czerny should have scored. He should have scored that one. But that's just for during the week to talk about what went wrong with that one. I'm still looking at it saying, how did you miss that?
Oh, I see the one as well. He was through and we just didn't square it to Dessers in the first half as well. I'm like, Dessers is just stoned him, nobody around about him, and just he fumbled about. Again, we've talked about that pretty much. Just make the decisions and we'll defeat these buggers. But I went into the end of the first half and AK, I was like, I just start start the same as we started the first half, but again, not with just the usual Rangers way. We let them in early doors with a kind of another soft goal, I feel, to be honest.
Aye, it was. Well, Maeda rose above Sterling. I don't know how that happened, to lose a cheap goal that early in the second half. You knew Celtic were going to respond in some way, but it was up to us, the character in the team, that we asked about. I've got to admit there were dubious moments there, particularly when they equalised. Barry has to turn to his bench, and everybody to a man put in a shift there today. Good and different performances across our midfield defence, but we looked organised, we looked up for it, and that was a big difference. Going there is an intimidating place. We've not got a great record, as we know. That was just a statement of intent for Barry. And then see if that was a job interview today with Barry, they might look at it differently now.
Aye, he just needs to keep kicking on. For me, like I says, that's a fantastic result. I think they were saying today that's the first Rangers manager to win at Celtic Park since probably Walter Smith's time. So
Even Gerrard won there.
Gerrard
won. But I think it's, what's that?
Gerrard won there.
Aye, but it was. I think it's their first Old Firm game at Celtic Park. So it's something today. It's some record that Barry's match with Walter Smith today. So nobody's done it in their first game or something. So that's what, according to Sky anyway. But aye, just again, fantastic. Happy for him.
Aye, it was great, mate. It was absolutely great. When we got the equaliser, you're thinking, no, here we go now. We started doing what we normally do, come out of shape and start trapping a wee bit too deep. But they rallied again, absolutely rallied again and come back round. Raskin was tremendous, mate. What unbelievable. Just a tremendous wee player. He's everywhere. He battles and he battles. We barn and all. Right enough, the second goal, we barn let the runner go. And we were talking about that pre-show. You know what I mean? It's one of these situations that you can't let them, especially with the way they play. You track the runners and that's them. They're toothless. But one of the things that was really interesting, we were talking about pre-show as well, about the pressing them. Don't let them have time. See what I mean? That's what we've done with the last game at Ibrox. We pressed them like that. They're an ordinary team, mate. Just an ordinary team with ordinary players. There's nothing special about them. They've got this stupid myth in Scotland that they're this, that, and the next thing. They're nothing special. Absolutely nothing special. They're just no challenge. But we're going to start mounting a challenge now, by the way. Believe me, that's starting to be the road back now. You go up there and you just play a first half like that, dominate them. Let's go. We just dominate them. And if we weren't playing on Thursday night, I think we'd have dominated the whole game, to be honest with you, mate. But we just ran out of steam at the end there. And you're saying that's 9 goals in the last 3 games we scored against them. That's how wonderful a team they are. If anybody thinks we're miles away from them or living in cuckoo land, the finances might be miles away at the moment, but we'll soon rectify that. But football-wise, we're not that far away, mate. I'm telling you. In fact, I don't think we're behind them at all, football-wise. And we've yet to add quality to our squad yet. We've not got the quality in yet.
Mm-hmm. I agree with you, Albert. I think we're just a couple of players away. Like we said pre-match, this Old Firm fixture, we've been there and thereabouts. It's not been, what it says, all one slided and stuff like that. Aye, that obviously the stats tell you we've no won as many other years and all the rest of it at Celtic Park. But what it says, when it's game on, it's been small moments it's dictated the game, and that today again, aka with Young Good Man, when it came on, by the way, I thought it was this kind of, we're going to see a kind of 2-2 result today. But I tell you what composure they had to finish that ball. And now I don't know about yous, but I was up off my seat just screaming for him to rattle it, and he did. What a finish.
He just got it. Saw that wee dither in it, Alex. Saw that wee dither, and then you're like, oh, you did wallop. Put top bin to pick that out. Sorry, mate. Carry on.
Alistair Johnson slipped, gave him the space, but you're right, when the initial control wasn't great, but it broke back to him, and he's like, just hit it, son, just hit it, and wow, caught it. It was all written over it as soon as it, and I'm telling you, I bet he's outside still jumping about.
I didn't even jump. I just big smile come right out of my face, and I said, "That's just you, son." And it's just a world-class strike right out of nothing, man. Here, pick that out. Oh, he's a strange wee player, but he's got ability, mate. He's definitely got ability.
I enjoyed the home support's reaction to that goal as well. The police having to get involved to calm them down because they were raging at the away bench was celebrating. So that gave me another smile over there as well during that game.
It's always the same, and when they get beat that mob, there's always controversy. There's always something that happened to them. And this is no right. Great and I think Cherny was giving it them big time, giving it large, and they couldn't handle it. Dish it out, but they can't handle it. They never could, mate. That's just the way they are, that stinking club.
Right, this is the kind of probably hard question. I'll go to AK first. Man of the match, AK, for you.
Oh, man of the match, Raskin. Thought he was outstanding, the wee man. His endeavour, his work rate. It was a leader. It was a captain's performance for me. I know Tavernier's the captain on the part, and Tavernier obviously he's experienced these games, but wee Raskin I thought was outstanding. He'll be knackered tonight. He'll sleep the night, but I would get to him.
Good choice, mate. Good choice. Albert, you?
Butland. All day long. I've slagged him enough, mate. I'm going to give him when he plays well, and he deserved that today, Butland. That's the basis you need to win games. A keeper playing like that, because he pulled off some really good saves. Some ordinary saves as well. Don't get me wrong, but 2 or 3 really good ones. One in the first half, with T's right on side. That was some save, mate. That was excellent. That was a McGregor save, that one. But anyway, Raskin easily could take it, mate. I've got the 2 of them down, and if I could get it both, I would get it both.
With all the excitement and stuff like that, I don't know. Who was it actually announced as the man of the match?
I think Raskin.
Was that the idea? Was it? Who was yours, GB?
Do you know, before Albert said it, it was Butland for me, but again, torn with Raskin, with his work rate and stuff like that in there. I felt Diomande had a no bad game as well. But just for the big moments, I think would say Butland, because some of their shots, they just looked as though they were going in. That one with Hitati, like Albert saying, that looked as though it was going top corner. And I mean, what a save. And then I think he had another one like that, the second half, I can't remember. And then that one that he saved with the header at point back, Rangers 6 yards out one. I know he's meant to save the ones, but in times gone by, the way Butland's been, you would think he'd be flatting at that. But that's what you mean. You need a goalkeeper to stop the moments, because that keeps deflating them, doesn't it? AK throughout that game. That says when your keepers keeping them out there thinking, no, this is definitely no other day.
Aye, but as a certain former Man United midfielder would say, he's doing his job. But
aye. Just did his
job. Albert, what about Sterling's clearance off the line as well?
Oh, that was superb, wasn't it? That was absolutely superb. Butland was beat with that one. I mean, that was going in. That definitely going in. What a clearance, man. What a clearance. You see he's got it as well, the big, you know, he's had to get arthritis on him. Again, it's just his fitness, but some clearance, man. World-class clearance.
But what about the quality of goals that we had there as well, GB? See, when you look at it in reflection, isolation, the corner kick for Tavernier, the Raskin ghosting across the front of the guy right into the corner. Schmeichel, no chance. The control for Diamande, finish right into the corner. Schmeichel, no chance. And then Agamani's rocket, no chance with the 3 of them. Brilliant goals we scored today.
We finally get one right with a corner kick, yeah? We finally get it right.
Aye, and it's Raskin, the smallest player in the park. I mean, Raskin,
he's got some leap, hasn't he?
Aye,
some leap.
It was the same with the goal for Diamande.
Here's a question for you. 3 goals. What one was the best? Because the three of them were good goals. 3 of them were good goals.
It's got to be Agaman for me.
Agaman's hit for me.
I would say that, but I'd also say the second one, the team goal. That was superb, mate. That was superb as well. The way the move out to, I think it was Suter put it out to Tab, up off the Tab was superb. The wee flick on for Raskin and the finish by Diamande. Tell you about Diamande, just believe in himself, the boy. You'll get a lot more goals like that if he just believes in himself. and he's tucked it away beautiful. Good team goal, that. But the hit, but Big man, that was some special, mate. That really was. Especially at that time of the game, no. But that's ones you dream about when you're a wee boy, innit? I come on and can score the winner.
Albert says.
Aye. Or Conterman. Conterman, let's fly. Woof. Right, okay. It is an Old Firm win, so we need to hear from you.
Why don't you give us a call on 0141 356 1972? It's your show, it's your platform. Let's hear from you.
Okay, got to be happy Bears out the other day. And by the way, big nod to our support that was in there the day. Louder than the home crowd. Brilliant.
Oh, you heard them. Their renditions were all there to be heard. Even gave the king in the 90th minute to a round of applause. Not. I was going to touch on, though, how good are the tipsters out of Daily Record? They didn't give us a chance against Fenerbahce home and away. Neither of them picked us a day either. Get it up them. Keith Jackson, the lot.
Yes.
The Daily Rebel. Who pays attention to what they say? I mean, come on. They're a bus flush, mate. They ruined that paper years ago. But anyway, just laugh at them. You just laugh at them. You just don't laugh. Listen to me. You laugh at them. Anyway, back to the game.
Yes, back to the game. Right, so let's rewind, take a breath. And I'll let you take a breath or not. So, let's say, I'd probably say for about the first 10 minutes, let's say, apart from Jack Burton's save that he had, we're asking, let's say, up with the goal. And to be honest, we looked as though we were up for it right from minute one. AK, that's what I was expecting. We said that pre-match, but let's say, there was chances early doors. I think Tav as well had a cross into the box. Again, they easily dealt with, but again, we just showed that we were intent and we were in the front foot.
Aye, we spoke about it the pre-match show, but you've got to start these games in the front foot with intent. You know, you've got to silence that crowd, and that's what we did. Getting that early goal off of Raskin, but as you say, we had the pressure with a couple of early throw-ins, early corner. Our intent was there, but I've got to commend they must have done some work. For Barry's come in there about our shape, about our pressing, about breaking the lines. Everything that we're looking for, you know, the organisation, the desire, the work rate, everything was there that first 45 minutes. I thought we were outstanding, Allburn GB, first 45.
I Allburn, that's I think probably the only small critique was that we've put so much into that first half, and it showed the early doors of the second half that probably burnt ourselves out a wee bit.
Oh, we definitely put it. I mean, the press wasn't the same in the second half, just because of that very reason. We just ran out of legs. But I didn't feel that threatened with them. Okay, when they scored their first goal, you'd expect them. I'm saying, oh, here we go. They'll get that second goal now because of pressing. But it was the third one. We held out for the third one. And everybody in that Sky Sports and everybody watching, all their fans and all that, were expecting to score that third goal and walk away with another Brendan Rodgers great victory. What a fight back. I mean, listen to that clown Crocker. What a fight back. I'm saying, game's not done yet. It's only 2 each. What's he grown about? Still. And then we scored the third one. You know what's going through my head? And they said 5 minutes injury time. I'm saying to myself, right, Rangers, that's more time to score more goals. Come on. Because I knew they would press up, saying, we're going to catch them again. But I didn't feel, I don't know about you, but I didn't feel that pressured. There was a run-of-the-mill job at the end of it. Because when we scored the third, that just took their legs right away from them. You could see it. They were dying in their feet after that.
What about AK, about the Dessers one, about the 77-minute one? He was through, I think, he kind of fumbled it and then it broke for Barron as well, and Barron just kind of panicked. That was a moment as well that could have probably buried the game as well.
Aye, moments like them you've got to, put away, and that's what we're looking for. But I don't know about you guys. I thought Dessers was off all day today. I didn't think he offered much threat to them up front, unfortunately. He worked, but he didn't occupy them. I thought with Iggy, just for the fleeting appearance that Iggy was on the park, I think he caused them more ball. Obviously, the tiredness and fatigue might come into it for their point of view, but Dessers as a Rangers striker, I don't think they fear him at all. That's just my opinion on it.
No,
I
agree.
I think he works hard, mate. He worked hard today, and he done a lot of running off the ball that you don't really notice about him. Know what I mean? Like, he's no chasing a ball, but he's pulling players away from him. But again, he's paid to score goals. And see that one he get caught and fumbled in the second half. 3 weeks ago when he was scoring the goals, that drops, he rattles it right away. Rattles it. I bet he did. The wee Dodds tells him up in the training when they come back into training next. They hit that first time. Why do you not hit it first time? Instead of letting the guy come up, even if the guy's in front of you, hit it. It's a deflection or anything. He's got to block it, but hit it. But he didn't. He tried to chop back in again. One of his chops, remember, we get rid of that for a while, but he seems to have brought it back. But Wee Barn, the man for Wee Barn as well, I mean, he's got to go for corner. He's trying to, but he's on his weak foot and he's trying to put it into the near side corner. You've got to go across the way. Everybody knows that. And again, if he hits it and then if he slides, I'm talking about them slide in. It's deflection. Could he deflect into the goal? But no complaining. Look, if we'd have won that game 4 or 5-2, by the way, I don't think that was an injustice, to be honest with you.
No going in the first half for me, Albert. Like I says, I was a bit kind of panicky when it started going to 2-2. I'm like, oh, here we go. And it was just, again, probably because of the previous character stamp that they've got about kind of collapsing. But no, they didn't panic. Again, held their shape. And like you're saying, AK, it was all about the kind of organisation. You could see that they were well organised today and they got back into their shape. Like I says, Eggman was on. What did you make, by the way, AK? What did you make of the substitutions? Were you quite happy with them?
Me? Before they started playing, I like my head went down. I was like, no legs coming on, anyway. I'll let you finish a bit first.
Aye, no. My fear, I did have a worry when I look at the bench, who was going to replace me. I looked at Celtic, the subs that they made, and their impact was positive on their team. I thought the subs that we were forced to make did have a negative effect on the team. We looked as if we were dropping deeper. But I tell you, young Inciala coming on the park, I was pleased with his contribution. Lawrence, Hadji didn't really do nothing for me, but certainly the most impactful one was Agamani. It's going to come with the quality squad that we've got. Albert said that we're in the middle of a rebuild, is strengthening the squad again. So it's a good sign of intent that we can look to the bench and we go to Celtic Park and get that much needed victory. We need to kick on for this. It's mentality now. That was massive a day for the players, the management, the support. You need belief, you need desire, you need something to get behind. Barry's gave us that now. It's up to the players and they showed it today. Character, brilliant.
Albert, the brave we putting the Sal on, considering a couple of weeks he's had and stuff like that, but it just shows you they trusted the boy. I was a bit like that too. We were bringing him on at 2-2 and Celtic were kind of in a wee bit of ascendancy at that point. I'm like, this has got to be a big moment for him. But
it was that, mate. It was a big decision, but I'm delighted that he did it because that would have given that boy more confidence. I mean, he must have been down in the dumps after getting what he done against them. And taking out the squad basically, or the first team and the subs. But that bringing them on in that sort of situation just sends a message to them. We rate you. We really rate you. We know you. Anybody can have bad mistakes, bad games. That happens. That's football. But for his confidence and for going forward with the boy, I thought that was excellent. And by the way, he didn't do anything stupid. He was just, I seen the odds and that talk to him. It's saying to him, nothing stupid now. Just do simple things. Don't do anything. Clear your lines if you have to clear your lines. And the one he put up the line he had you was a superb. He did not panic. They let them come on him and they just chipped it by him right up to the right up to Hadji. Excuse me. And they were applauding him on the bench. They were applauding on the bench. So you're saying now you're starting to show it against them. I was happy. Come on, I was happy to get the victory because if we didn't get the victory, you're right, JB. What did we bring him on for? That was crazy, man. You don't bring him on games like that. But that worked out well, mate. All worked out in the end. And by the way, I know before we all go mental, we all know that we're still 13 points behind the league. We all know that. But what we showed today is for the rest of the league to look at them and go, don't sit back. Nobody should ever sit back against them. Press them. Just keep pressing them. They cannot handle it, mate. They cannot handle it. And anybody that's going to get them in the Scottish Cup should be looking at that and saying, we've got tactics for you. We're pressing you. And that's what I think we proved to Scottish football. And if anybody else starts taking a few points off them, and it can happen, they might go and win the league, but it'll be tweaky arse time, I'll tell you that.
AK, that's what I was asking for. Was these remaining games, even the next Old Firm game and stuff like that, we need to keep winning it because it just creates doubt in their head. It creates negativity across the city as well. I mean, the other day, they'll be questioning Rodgers. That's two Old Firm defeats he's had back to back. He's been defeated at the New Year game there and there again today. So again, the negativity will grow in him because they'll be questioning it. Like, we're meant to be. I mean, Rangers are meant to be awful. We're meant to be the worst team on the planet, and yet we were able to go and scalp them 3-2 today at home.
Mm-hmm. Yep, aye. Listen, it should have been back to back to back. We were cheated at the League Cup final as well. So aye.
Let's not forget about that. Aye, you're right,
aye, definitely. But thankfully today as well, the officials didn't get to influence the game, Albert. That was big. I thought
that McLean was trying to win. Oh, here we go. Oh, you're going to start. Well, there you go. Celtic play another game at Parkhead, right? Another game at the Chamber of Secrets, and no bookings. No bookings, mate. None at all. You start to go, how did they do this? Game after game after game, no bookings, especially when they're playing at home. Never ever get a booking. That's another game. An Old Firm game, we never get one booking. Have you ever heard that?
That Maeda runs about kicking players willy-nilly. Nothing. Absolutely no caution. No one spoke to. I know he's taken a few kickings himself, but nah, you're right. I noticed that too, but nah. Brilliant performance today. Great result. Keys his belief. You know what I mean? Something to hold on to. We need to hold on to something to get behind, you know. If we'd have went there the day and rolled out again, and there would have been on the phone-ins and that all week saying that we're going to take 4, 5, 6 off them. Rangers are rotten. Fenerbahce's rotten. They never gave us credit for nothing. So, well, they're one in your pipe. But it's down to where are we going now? Because we've got new beginnings, potential new owners, potential new management team. I'd like Barry and them to hang about that dressing room though, and that gives us the link to the support and about what the players, you know, what it means to us to be out in that park. You've got to get that message across. I think we've been missing that connection for a few years. Certainly for Gerrard departed.
Well, as Fox says, to be fair to them, you've got to be fair to them. To be fair to them, they were playing a top 8 European team now. Come on.
Oh, across the city. I was like, what? Before you're talking about Fenerbahce again. I know, you're right. And my worry is, though, that, like, this, like, a great win the day for Barry and stuff like that. I just don't want the owners or the potential new owners thinking that, we're all right. We've got a team there that it just needs a couple of players. We're still needing a lot of work in there. And there is still a potential that, depending on what Barry does for the rest of the season, that there could be a manager change as well. But I agree with AK. I would like to see them hang about because they've definitely instilled that kind of Rangers mentality a wee bit back into the team. But I just don't know if Barry would ever accept going back to being like an assistant or something like that. I think he's in there as his own man, and it'll be a hard one because if we do offer him the job and we go forward, then it's only going to be a couple of bad results before folk are got to jump on his back again about being no good enough and an inexperienced manager. It's definitely got to be interesting how the new owners are going to see this next management team. Giant Colbert.
I don't think they're going to be that naive to think that we're not going to need reinforcements. Well, it's still a rebuild. Remember, this is nowhere near the finished article. No, I mean, you're never really going to get to a finished article as well, because it always evolves. And always you're moving players on, bringing players in, blah blah blah, bringing players through. It's the young players that you're buying in because there's not a B team anymore. So it's always got. So it's a moving target all times, mate. But we're definitely going to strengthen. There's no way that they're going to sit and go, well, if we lose the league, we'll lose the Scottish Cup, and we've lost the League Cup, and sit and say, well, getting to the last 8 in Europe, or maybe you can get to semi-final, who knows? Is that good enough? No, we're never going to accept that. The support's never going to accept that. You cannot be Parkhead to win 3-2, and people saying it's Disney Matters influencing the league or anything like that, for winning the league or anything like that. Not going to accept that. That's just that today was just a victory. It was nothing. Just proved a point to yourself, as you're saying. So it gives you the confidence to show that they're nothing. They're nothing special, mate. You put pressure on them. They misplaced passes, they miss-hit passes. They get panicky. There's nothing in them that makes me say, "Oof, we're not going to get near them." So it's that. For that point of view, the new owners need to realise that. We won the day. That's great. It gives all the guys a good day out and things like that. But and the whole total of things, no, we're not going to accept that as the finished article. We're not going to say, oh, that's great, we only need 1 player or 2 players. We know what we need. We need a spinier team, mate. That's what we need. And we need to bring in quality. We've got enough projects and it's quality now. And I'm talking people between 23 and 26, 27. In that age group, mate. We need to bring in decent players. And I'll tell you, we'll take off every day. We'll really take off.
We need to keep that Raskin and bubble wrap. That's what we need to do. But we've been joined by a caller, somebody that's used the 01413561972 because it's an Old Firm win. We wanted to hear from you, and we've been joined with young Robert. Robert, how are we doing?
Oh, I'm buzzing, mate. How are you?
Flying. Absolutely flying, mate. Loved it. See when that Eggman battered that ball in the back of the net, I was like, that is us on the road to victory. Come on, the Glasgow Rangers. Your thoughts, mate?
Great result, mate. First half, thought we were exceptional. Approached it, as Barry said, aggressive, right off the front foot. Get an early goal, kind of set the tone. Always knew second half, they would kind of come back into it. But I've always said in this show, mate, as you know, mentality and character was always questioned with this group of players, and today they answered that. Getting the 2-goal lead squandered back to 2-2, they didn't put their heads down, they kept working hard. And we got a just reward in the end with a fantastic goal, worthy of winning any game, mate. But delighted for the fans, delighted for the team and the management staff. They're certainly enjoying it. Going with the interview on Sky Sports there, the parties in the dressing room, full flow.
Good, they should be, and let them hear it, by the way, because, like I says, they'll be knocking down the door in the next couple of games, I hope. Albeit, again, Barry... he is just in the door. He's just trying to get his process across to them. But we can see improvements right away, and none more so than we talked about at the start of the show with Jack Butland.
I'm putting that down to McGregor. I'm not putting that down to Ferguson. I'm definitely putting that down to McGregor.
True.
Well, it is. I mean, it really is, isn't it? Because you're looking at it and all of a sudden he's a changed guy, confidence in. He's going to the games over the floppy horns with taking the penalty kick and taking the penalty kicks. He's trying to influence games. He's trying to show that he is a leader by pulling off brilliant saves. McGregor was a leader. It wasn't always just shouting. It's actually doing your job and doing it well. And he's definitely starting to do that. We took it over the top, and he's still a long way to go to get me right back on his side, because this season he's been total and utter mince right up to the last 3 games, I would say. He's probably had some decent games during the season, but the majority of them are crap. But no today and no the last 3 games. But again, Ferguson's there. Ferguson's there to sell season tickets, mate. I said this at the beginning. That's what he's there to do, and bring this team up to some sort of level that the support can get behind. And he's done that. He's done that in spades, mate. Now he is. He's definitely got his all going now, and he's got the players going. Now, it shows you it was in the players. It was always in the players. It was just getting it out the players. But it's for tactics and all that. Well, I don't know if he's got that to nail down or anything. I don't think he's a tactical genius or anything like that. But he's definitely got the spirit in this team. He's definitely put that in him. There's no doubt about that. And that's a big thing. That is a big thing. He's put spirit back into the club as well and saying, look, this is. He's not just saying you need to know what Rangers are. He's lived it. He's walked the walk, mate. He knows exactly what he's talking about. And I think that's why they're listening to him and sitting going, well, we can't say he's talking bull because he's actually done it. He knows what it takes to be a Rangers player and to captain a Rangers team. You can't, especially at the domestic level. Okay, the European level is a different thing altogether, and he's done well with that. But remember, Clermont got you to the last 16. So you can't take that away from Clermont. And then Barry's come in and done this wee task to get us to the quarter-final, which is no mean task, because that Fenerbahce team was a good team. I don't care what anybody says, they were a good team. We just made them look ordinary the first game, and then we held them out in the second game. So, but for Barry Ferguson, he's done a good job, mate. He's done a really, and so is the rest of his team as well. They're doing a good job, mate. They're showing you what it's all about. They're showing these players, look, you've got it in you, just need to bring it out. And they went up there. The only thing I love today, did you see them walking out the tunnel? I've been saying this for years. When we walk out the tunnel before, for years, that McGregor was always in front, leading his team out. He was always in front. The day, watch it again, who was in front? Your man Tavernier was in front, reading the Rangers team right out here from the front. Don't let them out in front of you, mate. It all starts in the tunnel. It's all psychological stuff as well. Don't ever lie down to them. You just show them their place, and their place is behind us, mate.
No, I agree. AK, question on the support. Obviously, where we were allowed to go back to the Old Firm game the day. Do you think it was a good thing us being back in the other day? For me personally, I think it added to the game, and I welcome it, to be honest. I know a lot of people don't want them back at Ibrox, but I think for an all-round spectacle and the way the game was and how our fans were able to celebrate that win at the end of that game, I think it was a good thing today, mate.
Aye, of course it was. I mean, I can see it for both sides, can't you? Know, season ticket holders at Ibrox will no want them at Ibrox, but the guys who follow Rangers home and away, Southside, Big Stevie and that, they want to go there. They want to get behind the team and cheer them on. And only allowing 800 to go to the Piggery and 600 odd to go to Tynecastle and whatever else are getting limited by Easter Road and St Mirren and that's not right. No, when you've got empty spaces in the stands. This game would sell out 10 times there for both sets of supporters. They want to see their team, but I think for the spectacle, probably Sky and that would want, a larger number of away supporters in there, but I can see the point of view logistically for Rangers, because we've upped our number of season ticket holders from 39 up to 45 now. So we've got to kind of accommodate them first and foremost. But getting 2,500 in there instead of 800, you certainly heard them, maybe. So the team would hear them. And Barry, every single goal, you would have noticed that for the bench. He saluted them right away. It was brilliant. Brilliant for Barry. Brilliant for everybody. But them that was there at the game of the day would certainly enjoy that victory, that's for sure.
Robert, your thoughts on that, mate?
I said in a previous show, mate, for a spectacle, same as AK, you want both sets of fans in the stadium just for the atmosphere. I mean, you heard that today, as AK says, the boys let themselves be heard over, 60,000 of them for the whole 90 minutes. So you can only imagine how that would be for the players to experience again, because it's been so long since they've had that at an away ground. And I think that was a big factor in an extra push from the team today as well. But again, I can see the argument with being back at Ibrox and the allocation and stuff like that as well. But for a spectacle in the atmosphere, I think you get a better all-round atmosphere having both sets of fans, because you can have the banter, you can have the celebrations and all that kind of thing as well. But as AK says and Albert says, our fans just want to go near and far and follow the team, and the more numbers we can have at these away grounds, the better.
Albert, it would have been good for the team, I think. See that I've been kind of seeing the pictures coming in, Barry and that going there to salute the fans at the end there, and Dessers and Diamandis getting plaudits as well for our fans. So I think that way it just breeds a connection, having them there, mate.
See, to that point of view, you can see it. Aye, definitely, it looks good now, and you get what you've just said there. But For me, it's a simple choice. It's a home game, mate, for me. And if I've got a choice between one of their scum supporters and a Protestant having a seat, I'm taking the Protestant, mate.
Yeah, bigot.
But as in old times though, mate, like surely you've seen the games and let's say loved having that kind of, like as Robert's saying, the banter side of it, having that kind of way that you can take it to them while they're there. That for me, I think, is priceless.
Who's that? Me?
You'll no changes,
Aye.
mate. You'll no change them.
No, I'm entrenched, mate. I don't want them in. But by the way, it's fair. If I don't want them in there, they want us in them in their ground. But I don't know. I'm like Southside and Big Steve. You know, they go to the games. You know what I mean? They're entitled to go to wherever they want to go to. And if it means moving people like me aside, that's fine. Move me aside. I've not got a problem with that, mate. But me personally, you're picking me. I don't want them in, mate. No.
Robert, you're the man of match today. I asked the boys earlier what they thought. What's yours today, mate?
Raskin for me, mate. Again, epitomised the performance overall in that engine room again, working back defensively, going forward, attacking, breaking things up. Gets obviously the early goal, which sets the tempo, gets us off to a good start, and then his assist as well. I heard you talking about the best goal. For me, it was the Diomande goal, because Raskin makes that run from deep. He doesn't get tracked. He flicks on to Diomande with a cool finish. So all round again, Raskin stepped up. He's had a good week, obviously qualifying into the quarter-finals, called up to the Belgium squad for his first kind of senior call-up, and then a goal and assist today. Again, just an all-round performance from him, mate. He stepped up, and he's done that the past few weeks and months, especially since he came back into the team, because he was one that we discussed in this show about could he still have a future with the club, and he's come back with a bang and been performing greatly.
Mm-hmm. AK, is there a future captain for you for Rangers?
On the basis of what we've seen, aye, definitely. I would say, I don't know what Raskin's contract situation is, whether he's down to 2 years or something, but I would give him an extra year now, and hope we get 18 months out of him before losing him to pasture new, because you've got to cash in on these players now. And that's the whole point of having your player trading model and stuff. But I want to see the wee man lift trophies as Rangers captain. GB, I don't know if you heard that the Sky Crocker, he normally speaks a lot of rubbish, but see when we went 1-0 up, he said that Rangers haven't lost a game at Celtic Park since 1988 when taking the lead, and also a team that scored the first goal. What is it? Out of 106 games, there's only 5 times when that's been overturned. So that first goal is massive. For us to go 2-0 up, could have been 3-0 at half time. That just shows you. Was it Morelos get denied a first goal, and Dessers denied a first goal, VAR and stuff like that. So it just shows you how massive it is for the influence on the game.
Aye, 100%. And by the way, I think us scoring first goal always settles us. We seem to get rattled. I don't know about you, AK, but we seem to get rattled when the opposition score first. It all seems to be an uphill struggle, and that will be a telling thing in the coming weeks, whether we've still got that characteristic to come back for that. But anytime we, like you say, anytime we've kind of started well in a game, we've usually seen it out.
Well, it comes down to a wee bit what I said earlier, mental baggage, and you've been there before, the experience and that. There's still a lot of players in our team that aren't really kind of used to that intimidating atmosphere at Celtic Park. When you're 58,000 screaming on their team, it's natural they're going to get a lift if we're going to drop deeper. But the more you experience these games, you know how to handle it. Barry's giving messages across all the time. Just concentrate. You know, keep things level-headed and see yourself through that stage of the game. So it's a good one.
I think we've been joined by a caller. I think we've been joined by Mark. Are you there, mate?
Yeah, how's it going, mate? You all right?
Good, mate. Your thoughts on the day, mate? Hopefully you enjoyed that.
Aye, what a first half, to be fair. Like Going 2-0 up, absolutely fantastic. I think, in all honesty, it should have been 3, that Cherny one. He should have just blitzed that from when he first got the ball and just hit the empty net. But we went at half time. Obviously, it was going to be tough in the second half. They came out, probably Big Tav should have probably done maybe slightly better at that cross ball in. And then probably my only gripe with the manager, I think I'd have pulled the trigger in the subs a wee bit earlier. You've got Igamani, Danilo. I would have pulled them on, I think, earlier on. But what a result for the Rangers. I mean, to be fair, we were fired up from the start. We pressed from the start. We went 120 minutes with Fenerbahce and sensational result, winning 3-2 at Parkhead. And that's the first time since 1991 as a Rangers manager went and won their debut Old Firm game at Parkhead. And major kudos to Barry.
That's the stat I was getting at all Bernanke. I couldn't get the words out, but thanks to Mark, he's actually explained it better than me.
Anyway, well done, mate. Well done.
Mark, I take it you agree with the man of the match?
Go on, who was it? Was it Raskin, Nico?
That was Raskin, mate.
Aye. The little general. Like, I mean, Tav's wearing the armband, but he's also wearing it every game, isn't he, man? Like, Raskin just wears the heart on his sleeve. He's probably got better under Barry. Same with Connor Barron as well. And I'll tell you another thing. A major props has to go to Sterling, because see, before half-time, that flick when the ball went to Butland's left and he wasn't going to save it, and he knocked that over the bar, it would have been a completely different half-time. It would have been similar to Fenerbahce, the 2-1, but keeping that 2-0 at half-time was massive for us. And Sterling's another one. Like, I think he's a fighter. He gets it, similar to Barry. So, you know, he's got a core there. I think he's getting the best out of the players now. And it's that fight and that passion. That's what you need. And the whole backroom team, you just see them sitting on the bench. It inspires you.
Well said, mate. We've been joined with another caller. I think we've been joined with DeMark. How are you doing, mate? Not quite yet. Albert.
Hello.
Oh, no, you're there. Hello. Come on in, DeMark. That's you, mate. You're in. No.
I feel like
it's your
Danilo here.
signal.
I'm already to talk now. You told me to sit back
I
on the
know.
bench there. I feel like Danilo.
Oh, by the way, why did he not get on the day?
Oh, I know. I don't, there's something going on there. There's something definitely
I know.
going on there.
Well, when
He's
was the
not
last
showing
time he
something,
played? When did Danilo last play? What was his last game? Because he was playing well, wasn't he?
Aye, he was. Aye. He's. I don't know. I don't know if they fancy him. I don't know if that's the scenario, but I wouldn't imagine so. But I wouldn't imagine they don't fancy him, because every player's got a new start in it whenever a new manager come in. So he's not been played. I don't think Ferguson's played him yet.
No,
$6 million for
and
this
it's
player, though.
I know, and he's not grabbing the shirt yet, and you've got, that's what I'm saying, you've got Dessers starting and young Edgermans in front of him. I know that is a concern for, I suppose, another day. But Mark, just back to yourself, mate. We've been kind of questioning the character of this team. Have they actually got it in it? Is it totally need ripped up and started again come the new season with new owners or the rest of it? But I think today, mate, do you agree that we've probably got a team there that can be built upon, and something that a new manager maybe will be able to build?
You know, I think
title
rip
wins?
is the key word. Like, rip. But I think they've got it in them. It needs ripped out of them. They need to understand what it means playing for Rangers. Like, in previous teams they've played for, like, losing 2 points here, getting a point in a draw, you know, getting a loss doesn't matter. In Rangers, you need to win every game, and that's rip. You need to absolutely get it, and that's what Barry and Doddsy and McCann and Gregsy will absolutely instill in these players. And I think it's the talents there, the mentality is the big thing that these boys are going to change. They are going to drive into them the necessity to win these games. I mean, when was the last time we won at Parkhead? It was years ago. And that's the biggest difference. It's the same group of players that have not been doing enough. years.
Aye, and like you say, it's not been consistent either. That's the thing.
And what they're just railing their cage and they're just getting into them. When you go out, kind of Oldbear was saying it, first one out the tunnel, first heavy tackle, first goal. These are the big things. First massive save with Butland. It's massive stuff like that, and you've just got to get into them, fight for every ball, win every ball, and win the game.
Great point, mate. Great point. I'm just going to try the DeMarc again. I think DeMarc's joined us now.
Can you hear me now, lads?
Can do, mate. How are you feeling?
Aye, brilliant. Absolutely brilliant, man. Brilliant for the fans that are there, brilliant for the team, brilliant for Barry Ferguson. Aye, for the word goal, the first half was superb. We could have a few more goals with the right decision. But you know what? The wee break of the ball at the end, and Iggerman smashed it in that top corner, postage stamp. I don't side anyway, but aye, superb. Doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but it means hundreds to his odd in it the day. You know what I mean? Right now, it's amazing. So aye, onwards and upwards. You know what I mean? I think it was Gerrard days that we never feared going there. You know what I mean? We'd go there and win. So let's hope that we'll be bringing that back. Whether Barry's a manager or no, which I don't think he will be, but he's a manager right now. So fair credit to him. You know what I mean? And him and his backroom staff, so brilliant. Second half, I thought the subs were a wee bit late. I thought we should have been doing subs a wee bit more because they were starting to run over the top of us, and Thursday night was it was starting to show. But you know what? We got the win, didn't we? We got 3 points at the end there, and absolutely amazing. I'll tell you what, Dio's goal, I thought was a brilliant team goal, wasn't it? Just that wee chip, then the back header, then bring the ball down, the composure, and just burying it. What a goal, man! What a goal!
Albert, you picked out that goal, didn't you? You said that because it was a team goal rather than Iggerman's bit of brilliance. It was about the team goal for Dio's goal.
It was superb, mate. And a beautiful pass for Suter to Tav, and a wonderful pass for Tav right onto the head of Raskins, and a wee flick for Raskins. He's got the football brain to flick it over to Vickers. A nice calm finish, trap, and stroked it away the corner for Diamande. A cracking goal, mate. A cracking team goal. And you're looking at it and saying, that's more like it. They can't handle it, mate. They can't handle it. They cannot handle it.
Can I jump in and make a quick point as well? And there was no VAR, no red cards, no penalties, no decisions that were contentious. We beat them. We just beat them.
The good thing about it as well is seeing it went to 2 each. They were all just expecting them to roll over the top of us, just win the game now. That's what they were all expecting. But the character kicked in. They kicked in again. Kicked in on Thursday night and it kicked in again. That no, we're not going to take this. We're not lying down to this. And then we end up winning the game, and it was superb, absolutely superb. It just rubbed it right into them. You seen them all in their stands and their seats. You seen that idiot tip Rogers. He just couldn't believe it. So he doesn't like a challenge. He likes to roll over your wee teams and just win these cups and trophy leagues without any real challenge. He doesn't. You'll watch it. He'll be thinking an exit strategy for next season. He will be thinking it. I'm getting out of here. They're starting to rise again. They're going to put a team together. They've actually got owners behind them now. If they ever take over, it's going to actually get this right for them. So he'll be off, mate. He does not want a challenge. No chance. Because why? He's a crap manager. That's why.
And he's stuck to a system. He's stuck in one system. Albeit like what's been happening with a lot of our managers, whereas our current manager is, like I say, flexible with his tactics. Just before I come back to you on the points of the game today, boys, David, I know you're trying to phone in, mate. Just give us a phone back. The boys are trying to phone you as well. So, like I said, if you want to phone in, just give us a wee phone back, mate, and we'll get you into the show, mate. Mark, Mark was saying there about like the kind of character of the team. It would have been easy for them just to, as they've been doing sometimes, is down in tools at that 2-2, because it was, like I say, it was kind of back to the wall a wee bit at that point.
Well, Jenk would have done that under Phil.
I think so, mate. Aye. Yep, I do. I think
I do too. Honestly, I think it's a mentality thing. Like Gerrard, let's look at Gerrard, right? Gerrard was a winner. Like, do you remember Gerrard was 2-0 down to AC Milan in Istanbul, and literally he dragged them back to 3-2. Right? Barry Ferguson is the Scottish equivalent of Gerrard. He is. I know he wasn't quite at the same level, right? You look at what he did for Rangers in Scotland, you look at what he did in Blackburn and Birmingham, he was that kind of mentality and driving force that Gerrard was. And he's going to be everything that Gerrard is in that management seat at Rangers, but just with a Scottish accent. Like, he's going to have the same passion and leadership skills. He's going to make the big calls. You know, he sets the team up well. He's going into it with his two eyes wide open in terms of what's coming at him. He's going to get kicked at Dundee, and he's going to have to play fancy when he's playing against the big European teams. And I just think, personally, I would give him a year. I'd give him the next season and just let him bring in like Shankland and a couple of the players.
No way, man. No, I can't. I need to disagree here. Sorry.
Go on then, mate.
Shankland's past it. Come on, Shankland's time was a couple of seasons ago, or even last season.
30-year-old. He's in his prime.
A striker's not in a prime at 30. I wouldn't say Dessler's in his prime either.
Ridiculous. You look at Tav at 30.
But listen, it's not a day.
Kenny Miller was 37 when he was banging them in for Rangers.
Boys, one at a time, because then when he's talking at each other, it doesn't create a good show. So
just a point. If Shankland's is at his prime at 30, he's not been living life right.
Well, my point
Mark,
is,
you can come back in.
Give Barry a year. Give Barry a year. I think I personally would. I've seen enough. Definitely give him a year. Let him put his own stamp in the team, because he'll bring in people with a sort of a fight and a spirit. I think we've been lacking, to be honest with you, for the last 5 years since Gerrard left. I think that's the biggest thing. I think there's a big opportunity there. The 49ers are now coming in, and I think as long as Barry's part of the club, he'll always have his sort of stamp. But personally, I do like what him, McCann, Doddsy, McGregor's doing. And I think the results speak for themselves. I'll tell you one thing, boys, it's going to be really tough against that Bilbao team, because they've got a couple of top players there. So that is going to be a proper challenge for Barry.
But again, no matter what happens with it, I think, Mark, is it's going to be experience for these up-and-coming players that we've got. I mean, it's up to them. Yeah, Agaman, again, if he's wanting to make a name for himself on the big stage, then it's up to him to go and show his qualities in a game like that. And it goes for the rest of the team. Look at Raskin now getting a call up to the Belgian first-team squad. I mean, getting round about players like that level as well will just improve him as well. So let's hear. Let's just be good to see him. Let's just grow and the full team grow in these next couple of games. And I think, going back to you, Mark, I think the day, like you says with Barry, he's instilled something in them that we've got a bit of belief again, that who knows what could happen in the coming weeks.
It's good that we went away there and won. That gives them a wee bit of belief for getting out of Spain as well, as much as we beat the Turks across there, you know what I mean? So, as I say, but in the last 8, you know what I mean, that's an achievement in itself. Going to Piggery, winning 3-2, no, that's a last-minute goal. Last-minute classic goal, you know what I mean? A classic goal. What a finish. It's a good day to be a bear, isn't it? Let's be honest, man. It's a great day to be a bear.
Oh, Delman, it's always a great day to be a bear. Come on.
But a wee bit more sweeter when we put the boot into them, innit?
Aye. It's always nice.
Two in a
It's
row.
always nice.
Two in a row.
9 goals.
2 in a row.
9 in a row. That's 9 in a row. That's 9 goals we've put by him in the last 3 games.
It's crazy, isn't it?
Brilliant. Mark, we've got other callers coming in, mate, so you just want to make your final points, Todd, before we bring in other folk as well?
Nah, absolutely delighted. Like Kilmarnock said, major victory for Barry and the boys, and roll on to the next one. Fair play. Good to see a mentality shift. Good to see a bit of agility in the tactics and that, and go to strength under Barry.
Mark, brilliant call, mate, and please let us keep calling in when the show's on and make your points, mate, because it's always good to hear from new folk and all that. So It says thanks again for calling and contributing to the show today, mate.
Cheers, pal.
Enjoy the rest of your night, mate. Aye, that's what that Mark done. 0141 356 1972. That says he phoned in Mary's Point. I think we've been joined with another caller. I think he's in.
I'm here,
Hello.
pal.
How you doing? Sorry, what's your name there, bud?
It's Mr. Curry.
Mr. Curry, how are we getting on? Are you enjoy your day today?
Oh, mate. One of the best results I've seen in a long time, man. Fantastic, man. Fantastic. Absolutely brilliant.
How are you feeling about the current management team then, with that result today?
Well, what would you do with that, mate? No, I mean, you've got all Rangers men, man, sitting there and delighted with me. Absolutely delighted. Delighted. They're just... Oh, fuck, man, that's sitting in the back of my telly. Hold on, mate, I turn that off. I'm only kidding you on. I know I'm all right, mate. Mate, to be honest with you, man, it's just... Listen, I'm a Rangers man through and through, man. Fucking... The poet that's...
Oh.
40 fucking 3 years, mate. I'm just delighted, man, after that today. Do you know something, man? 2-0 up half time. What was that for what cruising? Could have been a bit better, don't get me wrong. But getting into that second half, man, and they were really good, you know what I mean? We need to go up for them. But I got man's goal, mate. Oh, that's dangerous, man. What a strike for that boy. Right into the top. Super.
That's it.
Management-wise, that, mate, if the wee man keeps going the way he's going now after Fenerbahce and that, I don't know. You offer my contract?
I don't know. I wait to see at the end of the season, mate, how it goes with the next Old Firm game and stuff like that. If we're dominant again in that next Old Firm with the squad that we've got, then I would probably give him, let's say, maybe do what other teams have done and give the kind of years rolling contract, you know, and that kind of thing, rather than ties into a 4 year with some guy. I mean, I'd like to see what they could do. It looks as though he's got a good team running about him in the background there with McCann and Dodds and McGregor. So, boys that know what it's going to take to get to major tournaments and major trophies. So, mate, as long as it continues the way it's going, then I don't see why no. But for me, it would be why these.
Sorry, mate, on you go.
No, on you go, mate.
End of the day, mate, you know, we went through, man, for the past 13 years, know what I mean? We've only picked one up out of that. It's just, mate, different class. You see Rangers men, man, controlling Rangers again. On the park as well, know what I mean? And I think all that stuff with the Americans and that, I think we've been a decent place, know what I mean?
I agree. I'll take that run to Damarnock, mate. I'm going to take the point run to him. Damarnock, I would hope that some of the representatives of the 49ers were either watching the game of the day or were actually seated at the game of the day. So, and if they're seeing that kind of reaction for our fans, the way the team played the day, that kind of never say die attitude in the games the other night with Fenerbahce, then it looks a goodbye to me for the outsider.
Yeah, I know. But listen, mate. You know something?
So, Mr. Curry, just let Damarnock come in. We've got to take the point on him. Just go and mute now.
It's definitely a good proposition for them. And just think, once they won that cup, that Europa, we're straight into that Champions League. I mean, they were rubbing their hands.
I can't do a bit, mate. Fuck you, man. We've got Balboa to go to first, know what I mean? You know what I mean? But never
Curry. Oh, so Curry, you've cut off there, mate. Just what it says, Curry, you can phone back in. Just watch the swearing, bud. All right. Damarnock, mate, you come in with your point.
I think, as I say, I know I'm just kidding on about the cup, and I've not really got my hotel booked or anything. But as Graham Souness says, you know what I mean? If you've not got optimism in football, what have you got? You've got nothing. But today's about the day, and the 49ers have looking at that, especially if I was sitting there on Thursday night at Ibrox and seen the elation when that free kick was skied, the penalty was skied at the bar, know what I mean? And Butland making a couple of saves, and they'll see the passion of the fans, and hopefully they'll go, this is something, we want part of this. Because we're still a sleeping giant, aren't we, really? You know what I mean, with the potential. Getting into that Champions League in a series of seasons, getting access to 20-30 million every other season, and getting back into a positive financial footing, which we've really been.
Yep.
You know what I mean? We seem to have been putting sticking plasters on it, but just be bad decisions with board members and investors. But hopefully, as I say, the new CEO and the new chairman is going to fix this and fix us. And let's get winning this league in a permanent in a consistent basis. No odd one every few years. We need to be back to the top every season. That's what Rangers is all about, isn't it?
Oh, of course it is, mate.
Right, boys.
One of the things, mate. One of the things, man.
Boys, get yourselves in mute now because we've got to hear from the manager.
Oh, fuck, aye, right, okay.
Right, Curry, you need to watch the language, mate, when you're on. Can't be swearing all the time, mate, on the show. It's before the watershed, bud. So if you've got a phone in, can't be swearing, mate. All right. Right, we're going to hear from the manager. Get yourselves in mute.
Barry, I'm sure you went through every emotion on the touchline there. How'd you sum that one up?
A brilliant feeling. I'm absolutely delighted for the players, everybody involved in terms of the coaching staff and the staff behind the scenes. And the most important thing is the 2,500 that were here. So hopefully we've sent them happy, home happy, should I say, and the hundreds of thousands who were watching it on the TV. But I thought overall, I've got to give my players huge credit. I thought their application is what I want in a football team, mixed in with some good football after Thursday night, and what they put themselves through to go out there and produce a performance like that, certainly in the first half. I'm proud of them.
Yeah, you touch on that first half, they really took the big moments. I think we saw on both ends the goals, and then at the other end, the Dujon with that clearance in the line, and other big moments like that in both boxes.
Listen, we came with a game plan, we thought we could really hurt Celtic, and that's what we've done. But also you've got to understand that at times you're going to have chances, and that's where you need your goalkeeper, that's when you need your defenders. You just mentioned there, Duj with a brilliant clearance off the line, and you have to accept that sometimes. But I just thought the way they went about it, and the character again, I keep coming back to that they showed, certainly in the second half when Celtic get it back to 2 each. I still had every confidence in them to go and get that third goal, and listen, Hamza come up with an absolute beauty.
I think you can see now as well that the players believed that too when it was 2 each, that they could still go on and get that winner here.
Yeah, it's something that we're trying to drive into them and tell them to believe in themselves, because listen, I believe in them. I believe in the full. It's not just the starting 11. I believe in every single player, and you'll have players who are disappointed that are left out at times. But I believe they're all good players. The only thing that was missing for me was we had to try and help them get out of a sticky situation. And obviously change is tough at times. And we've made a few changes in terms of the way we approach games, the way we approach training. But one thing I've got to give the players is credit, because they've took all that on board. And
it was some finish from Hamza as well, definitely a worthy goal to win this game.
Yeah, listen, he's a player who technically is so gifted, but I think he's got a lot of other things he needs to work on, and we're going to try and work on that. Obviously it's going to be difficult because he's away in international duty, but if he works on them, the things that we think he can improve on, then I think he can go so far in the game. But listen, you've seen his quality when he come on. What a goal, and that's what Hamza's capable of.
Just on this week and the achievements of the squad this week, there must be a lot that you and the coaching staff can take from that moving forward now with the group.
Yeah, but listen, we're not going to get carried away. There's still a lot of improvements to be made. There's still a lot of work. If you look back in some of the goals that we've lost, we need to be better at that. But listen, that can't happen overnight. You need a bit of time on the grass, and we've not had enough at times, but they're certainly taking information in. They hold their hands up when they make a mistake. I like that. They take charge of the situation, and they're certainly willing to try and improve that, and that's what we're here for. So yeah, I'm just delighted because there's so much work went in over a short period of time. And again, I keep going back to it. They've come in for a fair bit of criticism at times. But listen, they should take the plaudits, because I think over the last 10 days they've been excellent for me.
Albert, he's sounding very hoarse, isn't he? He must have been screaming at every decision, every goal that went in the day. No, I think Albert's stuck in mute. DeMarc, big man's sounded very hoarse after that today.
Aye, when that goal went in, he was grabbing a ball and all that, went to a wheelchair and he was getting him a lash, you know what I mean? And it was just superb. He was just thinking to himself, right, get back into shape. It's 89 minutes. We've got 6 minutes to hold on to this and take a famous victory, you know what I mean? And we've done it. Barry's team done it, so aye, fair play, I'm brilliant. Superb. Just say we need the fight in there, don't we? We need that. We need that contempt for them. We can't fear them. You know what I mean? That no surrender attitude. Too many Bears over the years have folded, you know what I mean? But we're there. You know what I mean? We need that no surrender attitude back, and we got it today. We got it in at Ibrox. You know what I mean? We just kept battling on, and that's what we're all about. And that's in the blue blood, isn't it? In the blue blood, keep fighting. The Dunkirk spirit. Let's go for it. You know what I mean? Next season it's going to be a whole different ball game, and we're coming for them.
Albert was a good point. Like I says, we handled that last 6 minutes really, really well. I mean, Celtic were humping the ball out of the park. There was shies and all the rest of it. There wasn't much really, like I says, created. Maybe near the very end where they had that kind of Johnson fires out of the bar. But apart from that, like I says, the moments are the kind of the key moments in the game to go and win it. And like I says, we've seen the game out.
Slowing the game down. I mean, we've experienced it that often. We never seem to learn it. But we learned it the day. We put into practice the day what we've learned. Slowing the game down, mate. If they're, especially when they go to 2 each and they're on the floor, they just want to run right out of the tap you. Just slow the game down, and that's what he did. As for Barry, he lived it. He lives it. You know what I mean? He lives every minute of the game. He doesn't stand like a cardboard cutout, mate. He's up and down. He's there. He's actually on the park in spirit. He's kicking every ball. He's heading every ball as well. He's that's what's the difference. You know what I mean? When you lose somebody there, it really. I mean, I know all the managers say, "Oh, they're into it and they're this, that, and the next thing," but they don't lay their heart on their sleeve. He's a Rangers supporter. He's a Rangers man. You see it. It runs right through him. And if he could go on the park, if he suit on, he would go on the park, mate. But it's good to see. It's good to see, mate. It was a good victory, mate. No doubt about that. And we're all going to go and celebrate now. I might even take the wife out for a meal now.
Aye, that's it, mate. It's all got its plus points, you mean? The man, we've reached that kind of time, mate, to wrap up. So just your final words, mate.
Aye, it's superb. Just a wee shout out to all the Tuesday 5-a-side lads and all the Tims keeping about Rangers podcasts. Get it right up these. Because I'm sitting in a lock hole, my sorry, sipping champagne, me beating. Sitting champagne, with cheating, beating, and look forward to our European quarter-finals. Get it up these.
Brilliant, mate. Albert, over to you, mate, finish up.
Oh, it's just fantastic with Rangers support. I mean, it really is, especially when you beat them. It's just so sweet, mate. But aye, brilliant show, mate. Brilliant show, brilliant result, and now the celebrations begin. Let's have a nice the rest of the weekend.
Brilliant, mate. Right, I just want to give a couple of thank yous. Big thanks to Mark for phoning in. Big thanks to Mr. Curry. Your call was brilliant, mate, but just like I said, you need to watch the language when you jump on, bud. To Mark, again, mate, thanks for calling in, contributing to the show. Big thanks to young Robert as well for calling in, short notice as well. Big thanks to yourself, Albert, and AK for helping me with the show. And Old School Blue and Fox in the background. This has been Rangers Radio. We'll be back tomorrow talking about all things Rangers and an Old Firm victory. Good night.